All right, let's get right into it, because every once in a while, a new number comes along that just completely rewrites the rules of what we thought was possible. And today, we're talking about a breakthrough in data transmission that really redefines the whole meaning of the word fast. And there it is, 1.02 petabits per second. Just recently, in July of 2025, researchers in Japan hit this brand new world record for internet speed. Honestly, it's a number so big it's kind of hard to even wrap your head around. So what on earth is a petabit?
Well, to try and put that in perspective, a single petabit is the same as 1,020,000 gigabits. Yeah, it's a mind-boggling figure, and even just saying the number doesn't really give you a feel for what that speed is actually like.
So, let's forget the technical stuff for a second. Let's try to make this number feel real. What if you could actually use 1.02 petabits per second? What would that look like?
Okay, how's this for an example? Imagine you wanted to download the entire Netflix library. I'm talking every single movie, every single TV show, every season, every episode. The whole shebang.
Well, at this speed, you'd have it all in just a couple of seconds. It would be so fast, the whole concept of a download time for anything would pretty much just disappear.
Or let's try another one. What about music? Think about streaming 67 million songs. That's more music than you could listen to in 1,000 lifetimes, and you could play every single one of them at the exact same moment. And here's the kicker. You could do all of that with absolutely zero buffering. No spinning wheel, no loading screens, nothing. Just perfect, crystal clear playback on a scale that is just insane.
So now that we kind of have a feel for this speed, let's put it into some more perspective. Let's see how this incredible achievement stacks up against what we had before and what most of us have today.
Now, this wasn't just a small improvement. This was a massive leap. The old world record, which was set just a year earlier in 2024, was 402 terabits per second. This new record? 1.02 petabits. That's more than double the old record. The pace of innovation here is just absolutely wild.
And this slide, wow. This really shows you what we're talking about. On the left, you can barely even see that tiny little bar. That's the average internet speed in a country like Zimbabwe, about 10 megabits per second. And on the right, that's the new record. It's over 1 billion megabits per second. The difference is just staggering. We're talking tens of millions of times faster.
But look, this record isn't just about bragging rights or setting a high score. This is a really crucial step in building the actual infrastructure for our digital future. It's about solving a huge problem that's coming our way.
And you can see it right here in this quote from the researchers. This isn't just a cool lab experiment. No, this is a direct stepping stone to things like future 6G networks and the giant undersea cables that connect our world, all to handle our planet's completely exploding demand for data.
So here's the roadmap. First, you get the tech for next-gen 6G networks. Then, you use it to build up our global cable infrastructure. And why? To meet that demand. Because every video we watch, every photo we upload, every smart device we connect, it all adds up, and our current systems just won't be able to keep up forever. This technology is the answer.
And get this. This is what proves it's not just some theoretical thing. They maintained this insane speed over 1,120 miles of advanced optical fiber with zero drop-in performance. They've essentially created a data superhighway. And give you an idea of that distance, that's like sending data from New York City all the way down to Miami, instantly.
Okay, so this all leads to the one big question we're all thinking, right? When do we get to use this stuff? So for this last part, let's talk about how this incredible technology might actually trickle down into our daily lives.
All right, first things first, let's manage our expectations. You're probably not going to be calling your internet provider to get a petabit plan next week. Think of this as the technology for the massive superhighways of the internet, not the little driveway that leads to your house.
But here's the real takeaway. This discovery completely redraws the map of what's possible. It gives us a real, tangible peek into a future where data moves at the speed of light, not just as a saying, but for real.
And that really leaves us with one final, pretty exciting thought. For the longest time, a speed like this was basically science fiction. Now, it's a recorded fact. So if we can smash through this barrier, what other so-called impossible challenges are we about to break through next?